Kia orana. Welcome Gemini. Happy New Year. Happy 2016. I hope wherever you're viewing your reading from around the world, you have had a prosperous and healthy, happy start to 2016. So this is your first reading for the year. We're going to be using these colourful Morgan and Greer tarot deck. We have 4 cards, one for each week of the month, and then a 5th card, which is an overall energy. Then at the end we will have a higher vibration card for you as well. Now I have also decided to use a mantra for you for the month that befits your specific zodiac energy. And it wasn't myself that devised these particular sayings. It was Linda Goodman, who was a very good astrologer back in the day. I think she did these words for each sign around about in the 70s. Now for Gemini, your particular, it's a 2-word little mantra. Yours is I think. So Gemini's energy and the power behind you and your sort of whole vibration from her perspective is I think. So with that in mind, let's see what 4 cards are going to emerge for you for your reading, for the first one for the year, January 2016. What cards are going to arrive for you for your first reading of the year? That looks like that's about it, guys. The 2 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and your overall energy card. And I'm just going to zoom out a little bit for you so we can focus more on all of the cards. Your overall energy card, the Sun. I'll just move them back a little bit so we can see everything. I love the Morgan Greer. It's a very, very colourful deck, but there are a couple of cards, I think, from the Rider-Waite which are even more beautiful, and one of them is the Sun. But this still, even in this deck, is just this epitome of orange and yellow essence just blooming up and coming forth for you. So I think we see a lot of, well, we see 2 sets of pentacles right here in the month, really closely connected. We have a Cups and we have 2 major arcanas as well. So I think, guys, for you to begin the year, you feel like you've got a couple of things on your mind. You might have relationships and love energy, as well as finances and career. Plus there's these quite big universal cards here backing up the energy. I think this is a gorgeous one to have as your overall energy for the month, the Sun. The Sun is a benefactor in the psychology of tarot, if you like, and the whole energetic vibration. It's what gives us life on this planet, and its energy is so profoundly powerful. It is positively powerful. Without it we couldn't live. So it, as a background energy card, it's giving you light and power for the whole month, sort of like, if you think of it like electricity does for our modern day living. This is what the Sun does pretty much at a personal and interpersonal level. It's all about power and energy and light and knowledge. We see too in the Sun that there are 2 people down here connected quite in a very much a love feeling and a harmony feeling, and I see this again up here. So somehow in the month I'm thinking some of you could really be thinking about personal love relationships or heart connection relationships. This doesn't have to always be romance, but it can be people that you bond so closely with, whether they're family or just very dear, dear friends. They're either around you, supporting you, or you supporting them, or new ones coming in, but they're playing quite a part in the month. So if we move to this first card, the 2 of Cups, it is traditionally known as a love card, a love energy card. These people are bonding together and they are setting some basic foundations for forging forth new relationships, and they're sort of making the rules for that: support, love, honour, trust, togetherness, sharing and caring. So all of those wonderful vibrational energies can be coming through for you in this month. You may meet someone new romantically, either sex, and they could have this particular energy coming your way, or you might give someone else this energy as well. Either way, again, it's a beautiful positive card, not dissimilar to the Sun, so they sort of co-join. That's the first week. And if we're thinking of it from any other perspective, such as health or finances, again, it just bodes particularly well. We could think that two people might be involved, so if there was health here, you might find someone that you really connect with in your health area. Someone might offer you advice or knowledge on healthy ways of being, or be supportive to you in any health issues. Finance-wise, you may go into some sort of partnership, or two people may be involved in your finances, or your collaboration of something you're doing with finances. And interestingly enough, this card here also has that feeling. We come to the second card for the reading, which is the second week roughly in January. We see here this beautiful Seven of Pentacles. It talks about finances being stable, about your hard work and energy in the past is showing the fruits of your labour. You possibly have made wise decisions on where to put your finances, on how to invest them in particular, and it's starting to reap dividends and pay rewards. Again, it's a very positive card in all areas, and I see that he is looking through here to this. So there is this feeling somehow that relationships and finances might be connected for this beginning of the year as we move forward, even whether or not some of you are forming new liaisons at either the relationship, interpersonal or business area, or your career, or finances, businesses, one way or another. It feels like everything is sort of connecting. The third week we have the number 3, nice little synchronicity there. We've got Pentacles again, so we have finances again. This is another positive card. It's about receiving accolades or awards or rewards. Sometimes it involves more than one person. It can be up to 3 or a team of 3. It can be associated with your workplace, so some sort of career collaboration or working together, or again, as I say, rewards or awards coming that way. The fact that the Sun connects both of these together, and its finances in particular, feels to me like there's a fairly sunny disposition around your financial sector, whether or not you're getting extra money or something about the way you've been managing your money is being looked after, it's being nurtured and given this extra bolst to it. Remember I said before about the electricity? It's almost like you're getting a boost of electricity or a surge of something coming through. This fourth card for the fourth week, the Chariot, he is often major arcana. It's a quite intense card with a lot of in-depth meaning behind it. You could do an entire reading just on each major arcana card alone. And the Chariot deals with a whole lot of different perspectives of life. It's about black and white, night and day, psychology, and so subconscious and conscious, inner personality and outer, your charge and your passiveness. It's also about physical prowess, it's about emotional prowess, it's about success, drive, determination. Geminis often have this anyhow. You're not one of the quieter bunch, you know, you're the air sign, activity with your mind always going. So this kind of Chariot energy almost suits you from that perspective. Oftentimes when this card comes out, it means some sort of change in literal residence. Some of you may be shifting, some of you may be travelling. Sometimes this has to do with wheels, such as a car. Some of you may be going on a road trip or buying a new ticket item like a car or a house. It's about deciding your path, your future path, and working it out in your mind and how best to go about it, you know, with a winning attitude, if you like. So it's a very strong, very dominant card with a lot of background energies. I think each one of you will sit back and look at your reading and be able to put specific energies into each card at some point that will be very relevant for you individually. And I think that's probably quite pertinent when the big cards, the big major cards or the trump cards come out. Health-wise, I see the two horses, the black and white. I think to myself, is there something about a decision you're making, and are you having trouble making it? So is it a mind type thing is the only real thing that's coming to my mind for your reading for January. This also here, I have said before, he's about to hammer something in, and I think of when things are hammered you get this jarring effect. So whether or not some of you might get head pain or headaches or neck pain, you might get a massage or a manipulation, you know, osteopath or chiropractor to perhaps manipulate your back or your neck to relieve any tension that's going on, if there's physical tension. Other than that, I think it's a really nice reading. You're kind of encompassing these two areas, personal relationships and this career type feeling around it for the beginning as you move into 2016. And I forgot to mention your crystals in the background. This is a tiger's eye, very good for grounding and strength. This is a seer quartz crystal, really beautiful to gaze into and sort of picture your future if you like. And this little blue one is for communication and the throat chakra type area. So we'll just move on to your final card for the reading, and that is one of these lovely Angels of Atlantis, which we haven't used for a long time, and they're just really nice energies for the beginning of the year and the beginning readings. So a little bit of a shuffle, then fan them out and pick one for you. Zaphical, surrender. Yeah, and I kind of got the feeling of with this one here, the Chariot, it's as if there is something that you're thinking about, you know, which way to go, how to do it, how to get there. And there is a degree of surrender to move forward, surrender to get success. So I will read from the book too, the words for this one. It's golden ray energy, which quite often comes in through the very higher part and through the mind, which again kind of suits and fits with your energies, Gemini. So let's see what the book has to say. The angelic energy of Zaphical is known as the sacred lover. So the surrender message is, the angels want you to know that you are holding too tightly to a part of your life and that you need to relinquish that hold. Trust that healing will come swiftly, for it always does. Resistance only intensifies the aspect of life that we are holding on to, whether this be a relationship, our career, or our health. Zaphical wants you to surrender to heaven and let the angels carry you. This lover angel wants you to learn how you may release all notion of control, substituting such an action with a yielding to the management of life. It's an illusion that any part of life may be controlled by predetermining the outcome. Let go and let source in. Remember, everything that you surrender will be replaced by something better, thus allowing miracles to fully happen. And I do feel that this card here has this whole energy of, you know, which way to go, which pathway forward, which intention do I best follow. And I think it is about surrendering one and moving forward with more intention and energy on the path that you choose, which as we've just said, will always lead you to something better. And sometimes when we finding trouble making a decision, the lack of decisiveness is more of the problem than actually choosing A or B. So there you are, Gemini. I think you have a lot to think about for January. It seems as though you have a lot going on, possibilities. It's as if there are possibilities coming your way and you are at a point of making some sort of choices, and there seems many areas or aspects of your life. So really nice way to start 2016 with lots of activity and flourishing of energies for you. Thanks all for watching and subbing, liking and listening to the videos, and I hope you find a great deal of insight and happiness and light from them. So have a wonderful January, and I'll see you all again later. Ka kitea noa, much aroha, namaste.